Hey crafty friends, this is a video hop sharing the Easy Wonder Die number 3 from Not Too Shabby. Okay, so I'm going to show you the Easy Wonder Die number 3. This cuts nicely from a 6x6 paper pad. I am just using the postage grid part of it, but then you have all those other little pieces that you can use. I'm using the add-on, the rectangles, the little die cut airplane, the sentiment that says Happy Mail, some other things, and I'll show you that. And then I am using the special delivery stamp set, and I'm going to stamp my cute postage images onto these. Now, I am using an acrylic block. I'm using Distress Oxide inks. This is pumice stone. Now, I have not used this color a ton, and I love it. It's so perfect for this beachy kind of feel. Then I'm using black soot, lumberjack plaid, and uncharted mariner. So I wanted a little bit of those nautical colors going on with the blue and red. So I'm just going to stamp some of these images, getting my little background pieces, or not background pieces, excuse me, my little top pieces to the postage grid. And I did die cut that from some patterned paper that is called By the Sea 6x6 pattern paper. It is beautiful. Sorry, I had to run and grab something really quick. So this bundle die stamps you can only find at Not Too Shabby, and they were designed by my friend Lynn from LV Handcrafted, so yay for her. She also has the Easy Die 1 and Easy Die 2. So if you guys want to purchase these things, I do have links down in the description. I also have a code JOY10 that you can use at checkout for your entire order. And if for some reason some of these products are sold out, just get on the wait list because they will be reordered, because the buzz has been fantastic about these products. And I love this die so much. I love these images. I just think this made such a cute card. So again, I'm putting together my little postage themed card, but it's vacation, it's nautical, it feels beachy. I love all of that. I love how this turned out. And there still is more images on the stamp set. I just pulled out what I needed and did my layout ahead of time before I started filming, because sometimes that takes me a minute. It just takes me a while to get it together. I'm going to go back and forth with my colors, stamping certain images on certain things. There really wasn't necessarily a rhyme or reason, other than when I was laying out my images. Again, I laid them out ahead of time. I actually sometimes take pictures on my phone so I can remember what my layout is, and I was referring back to that because when I was stamping with the Uncharted Mariner and the Lumberjack Plaid, I had it in my mind of how I wanted that to look when the whole card design was together. So you know when people talk about in design elements triangles, especially on cards, when you do like a triangle, it's really pleasing to the eye. So I kind of did that with the red, between a red die cut that I'll show you here in a minute and the red stamping, and also with the blue die cut and blue stamping. So I had that in my mind ahead of time, and when I start putting this together, you will see exactly what I mean. I love this little 25-cent stamp. I think it is so cute. Of course, I love the seashell, the anchor, the sentiments are cute. I love all of it, and I had so much fun with this stamp die, this whole bundle. I just had such a good time, and you could make tons of different types of cards with this. I love it. Let me do a little, I think I did a couple more little bit of stamping with that pumice stone. Again, it's so pretty. Then I'm going to splatter the heck out of these. So I'm using that pumice stone and some water and a paintbrush, and I am splattering heavy on this background. I just really wanted these to feel old, distressed, little vintagey. That was kind of what I was going for here. But it's really simple, and I could not get the water out of my distress sprayer. I did fill it up after this because I'm like, this is ridiculous. But I did get a really heavy splattering all over these background pieces. and I'm doing it forever. Sorry guys, it was a lot. So here is that fun little circle. We've got our sentiment, our airplane. I spritzed it with some water because I did use Distress Oxide inks and it is water reactive. And I just did some quick ink blending. I did it off camera with the Lumberjack Plaid and the Uncharted Mariner. So that is like the shadow piece to the sentiment that I die cut from white cardstock, white mixed media cardstock. I'm going to splatter these also with that pumice stone oxide ink. I think it looks really great. And then we can adhere the sentiment together. Oh, wait, first we have this cute little envelope that goes on that sentiment. I just left it white, but splattering it heavy, and I do ink blend the edges just the tiniest bit with that pumice stone. Let me bring in my next little bit of something here. Let's put this sentiment together. I did use my heat tool to dry that quickly. So I'm leaving the sentiment white. I will do a light splatter with the pumice stone on this, but this says Happy Mail. I love the font, super, super cute. This comes from the Easy Wonder Dies number 3 add-ons. And I did it kind of backwards than I normally do. I loved ink blending that background and having just the sentiment white. Rather, you could die cut it from a colored cardstock. Usually when I do this, it's either black or white. I either switch them. That's kind of how I do it. And so it was nice for me to step outside of my own box that I create and ink blend that. I love that blue, and I didn't want it to be the sentiment itself. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to try this. If I hate it, I can redo it. But I love it. So super glad I did that. I am just die cutting one layer. A lot of times you guys that follow me on my channel know that I will add multiple layers to the sentiments, but I only did one. Totally fine. I think it looks great. It's going to be, the whole thing is going to be popped up with foam adhesive, so it works for me today. Let's add this darling little envelope here. So great. We have the flap, and I tried to glue it on upside down, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. But then I got it right. So let's add a little bit of glue. See, yeah, it was special. And put that in place. I love that. Super cute. And then again, a light splattering. Everything else was heavy. This was super light, but I didn't want to leave it stark white either. Personal choice. Obviously, you could do whatever you wanted. And remember to hop around, because this is a video hop and you want to be able to see everyone else's inspiration. There's amazing designers making amazing projects with this bundle. I am using some tape runner and adhering down my squares and rectangles to that postage grid. Again, that was die cut from some paper from the By the Sea 6x6 paper pad. It's a light tan color, goes perfect. It's almost like exactly a match to that pumice stone, but it has little like bubbles on it, although you don't see that. And then look at the pretty paper on the back. I love it. I am adding 1mm foam adhesive behind this postage grid, and I'm adhering that to a piece of blue and white seashell paper from the By the Sea 6x6 paper pad. And I'm going to center that. And I'm taking my scissors to the edges just to rough it up the tiniest bit. I don't want to leave it just plain. This is my new favorite thing. I just absolutely love it. And this will be adhered to a white A2 size card base, so just a little bit of tape runner there, and I'm going to adhere this down, and then we can adhere our last little pieces on here. So I love the sentiment is going to be on a diagonal. I am adding 2mm foam adhesive behind that and behind that airplane. And I'm going to put that in place, remove the release paper, and then we can place that down. And so when I did my original layout, I made sure to stamp certain things so it wouldn't be completely covered by the sentiment. So that was part of my layout ahead of time that I did off camera. And I wanted to see one of those stamped images inside of this circle, so I made sure to kind of line that up as well. So that, again, was part of my planning before I put this whole card together. So this stamping was very intentional, so I did not hide a lot of the images. Let me place that down, and then let's put some foam adhesive behind this cute little airplane. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this bundle and this awesome die. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And then we can take a look at this up close. Look at all that fun detail from the special delivery stamp set. Of course, the Easy Wonder die number 3 is just fantastic. I love it. And that pattern paper is gorgeous. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project, you felt inspired by it, and I hope you guys have a really amazing day.